Good morning, guys. I have no words for today. Again, when am I gonna learn? When is Alpine gonna effing learn to use his stop loss where it belongs? That is costing me roughly, I don't know, $25,000 in payouts, roughly $50,000 in, maybe more actually, probably like $70,000 in PNL, because Alpine likes to move his stop up to be more cautious. Yeah, and then you lose like a fool to the bottom tick instead of using your proper 60 tick stop, which would have been at 460 pretty much, would have been fine, would have won. Of course, I traded accounts that are waiting for payouts. They're going to get denied. I didn't request payouts from Elite Trader Funding. Now I won't be able to get them this month. Wow. What a disappointing day. But we are going to be smart. We are going to trade how we always do, one trade at a time. Accounts are fine. Nothing's blown. It's just, account lost. 1 day away from payout on Tradeify. It's crazy. It's crazy how mental games come into play. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I am not going to go on tilt or anything like that. Don't worry. I'm not going to make the profits back. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just going to trade normally, one account at a time. I will trade some of the accounts that are red, but I will only trade my setups. I am not going to copy trade or anything like that. So it's all good. It's my fault, my mistake. I got to own it. Second time I've lost on the opening range trade this month. Second time I moved my stop up too tight. Second time I lost. Learn from it, Chris. Learn from it. 80 ticks. Stick to 80 ticks. It's been proven. If I lose, then the trade usually will not work. Okay? That's the thesis. If I lose 80 ticks, typically the trade will not work. There is going to be some cases where it would still work. In this case, you can't do that. You cannot. This is the same exact setup that I had on July 8th, and I lost with 57 ticks. Today, it was 60 ticks. I am so disappointed in myself. But you know what it is? It's the payouts. It's the big gains. It's the streak. Everything's just compiling and putting pressure on top of it, right? I knew I was due for a loss, so it's not the end of the world, but to lose like that, it's just not acceptable. It's an error in the execution. It's not the trade. The trade would have won today. That's what bothers me, right? It's the trade would have won. It should have been fine, but unfortunately, I did not execute properly. So whatever, it is what it is. We're gonna move on and trade some accounts individually here. This is the damage. Oh my god, QUANTOWER, why you gotta ruin everything for me? Yeah, this is the damage here. So bigger accounts obviously lost a lot more. But the smaller accounts are okay. I mean, all the accounts are fine. I lost 60 ticks. That's 2 days of work. Not the end of the world, but no more payouts for this month. I did tally up this month, but see, I counted the payouts. I don't want to talk about it. I counted the payouts that are under review. Now they're gonna get denied because I was too lazy to stop trading on the account that's waiting for payouts. I was too confident. Too confident, man. You get slapped so hard by this market. Elite Trader Funding didn't request payouts, wanted to grow more. Apex Trader Funding, I didn't request payouts, wanted to make more. And then the accounts I requested payouts from, I'm still trading like a dummy. Now I'm going to get denied on all of them. So we're going to work on August, okay? We're going to work on August. July is going to be probably like, I don't know, 25,000 or something. I did the math. No, 35,000. If I got approved on Apex payouts, it would be 39,000, but I'm going to get denied on them now because I don't know which accounts maybe not. Maybe Maybe I requested from one of these accounts, you know, and I'll get approved, you know, but I doubt it. Thank God I didn't touch my ball knocks. Thank God I didn't touch my ball knocks today. Ooh, man, I hate losing. So definitely gonna be a tough one today to trade, because I could already tell the market's dead. Right, I could already tell the market's dead. So it's gonna be very, very tough to trade. Oh, it hurts to lose like that. Oh man, it hurts to lose like that. Ooh, talking about it, I'm talking about it so I don't do anything stupid. All right, that's the whole point. Not to do anything stupid. I did something stupid July 8th, and I regretted it very badly. No accounts were damaged today. I mean, blown or anything like that. Lost 2 days worth of work. Really not that big of a deal. The only thing that sucks is the way I lost. That's what's bothering me. That's the kicker, man. That's the kicker. How do you top tick and then bottom tick? That's impossible, right? You would think that's impossible, but not in trading. Not in losses, I should say. In winning, you're never going to do that. And losses, yes. But my stop loss wasn't there, guys. My stop loss was 80 ticks, you know, almost I mean, I did get some slippage, so who knows how much I actually lost. I lost 60 ticks. So I lost 60 ticks. You know, should have lost 80 ticks. Would have not been stopped out. Would have gotten lucky today, and then that would have given me time, you know, chance to really size down tomorrow. But whatever, I'm not gonna sweat it. Let's trade some accounts here. We got the 15-minute opening range trade. Trade some of these newer accounts here. Okay, we get a retest of the 15-minute. Market's very slow today already, so hopefully changes pace, but I'm not gonna be able to recover any of this. It's also when you lose, okay, guys, when you lose, there's not gonna be setups for you, right? The market just doesn't care if you lose or win. So today is gonna be one of those days that the 15 minutes not gonna retest. It's not gonna work. You know, maybe there will be no two-legged pullbacks today because you're gonna try to force it. That's what happened to me last time. I am not gonna fall for that trap. I'm gonna be very picky and very patient for my trades. Okay, I'm getting a retest of the 15-minute. See. Okay. See if it holds. Okay, I am in. And I am gonna be out. See, that's what I'm kind of saying. It's market's gonna be very tricky today. Just the way it's moving, and I gotta just be very, very careful not to do too much damage. These are the newer accounts with Apex, so I don't have any profit in them. After today's loss, only was up like $2,000 or $3,000 in them. 15-minute does not seem like it's gonna work today. I think maybe it went too far. It's going to be maybe it went too far from the open for the retest. All right, so now I'm gonna be probably just gonna trade this account. If I blow this account, I'm done. Okay, so we're just gonna do a short stream today. I'll still stream till like, it's 10 o'clock. I'll definitely stream. If I lose this account, I'm gonna stream for another 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Maybe we'll do a giveaway, just to like stay calm and not to do anything stupid. But mentally I am totally fine. I am just pissed, very pissed on how I lost the opening range trade. But as far as like going on tilt, doing anything like that, I am completely in control so far. That could change, of course, if you do something stupid and you revenge trade. But if I lose this account, this is the best account to lose, if there's any account to lose. So I'm okay with that. The ones that suck and that really hurt are for sure the Tradify accounts, right? 1 day from payout. 1 day from payout, you're locking in $5,000. You need $200 per account, and you set yourself back. That's the one that sucks. And I also don't know why Replicanto doesn't like listen to me. Supposed to be a small loss today, but it wasn't. Actually, maybe. $855. How many contracts would I have traded? $855, and I lost. Oh yeah, okay. Traded 3 contracts. Never mind, that's good. I'll take that. Arthur, no. You need to have more. You can't take out the safety net in Elite Trader funding. With Apex, you could request into the safety net. So last 2 Mondays have been the worst days of the week by far. Last week, I was way more mad last week than I am this week. But I don't know what's worse. Like really, I would say it's worse because last week I didn't do any damage. I just missed out on an easy win. That's costing me. If you look at it now, like that's costing me $5,000, or more. Who knows how much more it's costing me? Definitely $5,000 because with Tradify, I would have been able to request the payouts already if Monday I didn't mess up last week. So that's what, like, when you start thinking about stuff like that, you could really go in a rabbit hole and really start doubting yourself. And it happens to everyone. It happens to everyone. But like Monday I messed up, an easy trade. By Friday I would have had the payouts. Now I had to do an extra day and I lose today. So it's like, it's hard not to think about that. But I did add up my payouts for July and they're looking good. I'm going to get denied on Apex now because I'm a dumbass and I traded the accounts that are being under review. Let me show you guys what we got going on there. I just can't trade after the opening range trade, I guess. If I lose, that is. I just don't see the market. I mean, it's the craziest chop we could possibly have right now, right? And you try force trades because you're down in the day. It's the worst combination. But yeah, let me see what's going on here. Okay. So accounts 449 and 414. See, I could have also requested all of these payouts, but I said, no, I'm not. I'm just going to grow the accounts. See, when the confidence hits you like a brick wall. Overconfidence, I should say. 414 and 449. Let's see how much damage we did on those accounts. 414. Okay, that's going to get approved. And 449. That's going to also get approved. Okay, not too bad. So those could get approved. because that's a loss that's within the parameters. Okay, so at least if I get approved for that, that's gonna make me feel a lot better. Top G, welcome to the members club. How much did I lose per account today? I lost 60 ticks like a dumbass. Should have been 80 ticks and I would have won. But no, Alpine said, and I was also impatient on the opening range trade too. Top tick entry, bottom tick stop loss. Unbelievable. Elite Trader funding pays you with Rise, at least in the US. $750 is the limit on the brand new account. Yes, on the brand new account. Once you're over the buffer, then it's whatever you have. For example, for me, like on this account, I could lose like 3,000 now from this, like from tomorrow. I could lose $3,300. That'd be okay. It depends how much you have. It's 50% once you double the buffer. Oh man. Tough day in the office, guys. We're gonna get through it together, and then it's gonna be an early Monday for me today. I can already tell market's not gonna do much today. It's just chop. It's not gonna do my two-legged pullbacks unless something changes here. I don't know if we have any news at 10 o'clock. My funded futures in the house today. Good morning. Well, they're just evals, and I'm not even past with them because of the consistency rules. So I'm trying, but I had an issue with the copy trader, and I left the order on, so I made too much profit in the accounts on Wednesday last week. But we'll get them. We'll get them hopefully by end of this week. For some reason, I always thought it was 750 the total loss allowed anytime. No, it's 30%. It's 30% drawdown. It's not a number. It's just a percentage. Let me just pull up my PNL here because it's not showing in the Streamlabs. Yeah, worst type of loss, guys. Worst type of loss. I mean, nothing I could really do about it. Just take it on the chin and try to recover it. It's 2 days worth of work. So as long as the opening range trade is clean tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm back to, again, I'm working on August. July is over. July is over now. And can't sweat it. I did add up my July payouts. And I really was hoping for more though. Today was supposed to be like a $10,000 payout day. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how crazy things get. Okay, so these are the payouts for the month, given that I am going to get approved on these two accounts, 3,000, right? But it's $38,632. And if I get approved on bull locks, which I'm assuming I will, but Elite Trader funding, I could have requested I could have requested like 6,000 or whatever. It was like 5,000 and I didn't. I was not supposed to trade those accounts. I was supposed to get all my accounts to pay out and then request all of them. Man, when you're confident in trading, you just want to push. You just want to push. And then when you lose, you're like, uh-oh, should have not done that. Are you going to reset that take profit account? I didn't blow it. I only lost half the drawdown. And I got 3 more. And I got 3 more accounts. But for now, so Take Profit Trader is not perfect, right? Take Profit Trader has a lot of issues when it comes to their dashboard. So when I lost my accounts in June in Take Profit Trader, all the way in June, those accounts say that they're still active. So I can't activate, thankfully. That would have sucked. I can't activate new pro accounts until they disable them, and I emailed them last night. So Take Profit definitely has a lot of issues on the back end. Like, guys, don't let your evals reset, okay? Don't let your evals rebuild because you're going to have issues. You're not going to be able to, they're not going to reset. They're going to rebuild you. They're not going to reset. You're going to have to chase them with an email to get credits for it, and it's just a pain in the ass. Cancel your evals once they're blown, get new ones. Or at least cancel them before they rebuild. Like when you get 150k eval, don't cancel it because it's much cheaper to reset than it is to buy a new one. But once it's close to a rebuild, make sure you cancel it because it's not going to reset automatically and you're going to have to email them. And it's just not sure why, for being one of the top prop firms, how they have such a poor dashboard, but they do. So it's a red day, bottom tick. Didn't stick to my stop loss. Unbelievable. Let's see. If I had my stop loss set. See, this is where my stop loss should have been. I would have been saved and green. Now that's in hindsight. I was just trying to protect the drawdown. Yeah, if it's gonna rebuild, don't let it rebuild. Just get a new one. It's much better because a lot of times like they don't reset and you gotta then email them for their reset codes or coupons or credits, and sometimes they don't get to you right away. It takes a while. 13-day streak is over, guys. 14th day today since my last loss, and losses are gonna be huge now. The losses are gonna get huge, bigger and bigger. $39,000 loss today, plus plus Tradeify, so you're looking at like $44,000 loss. Oh man, that sucks. Not the loss, the amount. It really sucks the way I lost. That's the only thing that bothers me right now. And the fact that the market's dead. Market's chop, just straight chop. Not sure how I'm gonna trade this. Not sure how I'm gonna trade this. Last week you said the loss is coming. Yeah, but when I lose like this, it's same as last Monday. Like you just can't make these errors. Like, you know, I did the same thing on July 8th. Let me show you July 8th trade. Like, I have an 80 tick stop loss, not because I feel like the 80 ticks is good. I've seen if I lose 80 ticks, typically the trade will not work. Or it would work, but it's still gonna go against me a lot more. And obviously can't let it go that much against you. So look what it says. 7-8. Last time I lost. ORB. Stop loss too tight. Was not 80 ticks. Okay. I just gotta learn from it. I just gotta get better at this, man. I gotta get better at this somehow, somewhere. Just make sure that, yeah, same thing here. This is my trade from July 8th. Went short, got top ticked. Well, not top ticked, but this is 1 point, maybe 2 points. And then went right through and into my target. But see, that loss was even smaller than today. This was 588. Today is 613. Two days I lost this month. If I just used the 80 tick stop loss, I wouldn't have lost. How insane is that? Costing me at least, and you know, that's the crazy part. It's costing me the amount of money I've spent on alt evals and the activation fees this year. It's costing me that much money in those 2 days because of that error. It's crazy to think about. But that's how I did it so well last year with not using a stop loss. But there's days that the stop loss will save me, right? So long game, baby, long game. Just gotta size down. I didn't really size down on all the accounts I should have sized down on. I sized down on a lot, so it's okay, but not as much. Like the Elite Trader funding accounts, I needed to size down a lot more, and I didn't. Oof. Goodbye, Lucid. Ah, man. Just realized, almost blew the Lucid account. I have $174 worth of drawdown left. Gotta pay out. That's why I don't like 50K accounts anymore, guys. Perfect example right there why I don't like 50K accounts anymore. I requested the payout, got approved, took a loss, account's gone. Versus on the 150K accounts, you have so much drawdown left after taking a payout that you don't worry about losing. Versus on the 50K, after taking a payout, you must win on the next couple trades, otherwise the account's gone. Which is not bad for beginners, but once you get to advanced mode and you want to get continuous payouts, the restart process takes too long. You want to keep your costs down as well. And just the number of accounts you go through, you want to keep that number lower. And that was my final 50K account I'll ever have with Lucid, for example. There's only going to be a couple prop firms that I will ever buy 50K accounts from. And that's one is Bullnox. That's the only thing Bullnox and Phidias, I think those are the two that I would do 50Ks. Everything else, I will never do 50K ever again. Unless I'm like really, really struggling with trading and I need to just size down and go back to basics. But if I'm trading like this and trading well, I'm never going to buy a 50K account again. And those were my favorite for the last 2 years. I found my new love. I know you got to make a lot more profit and all that, but you keep the accounts much longer. It's the same reason why I keep my Ballnox accounts so much longer. Last day of Apex 90 off is tomorrow, I believe. I might be wrong though. Is it July 28th? July 29th. I'm gonna buy accounts to pass. No, ends tomorrow. I'm gonna buy accounts to pass on FOMC and maybe on, well, maybe on FOMC and then definitely on NFP. NFP, I'm gonna send maybe 250K accounts. I'm kind of nervous about 250K accounts, but I would love to send them. Miss Trading, welcome back to the club. Thanks for renewing. Alpine Trader Chop? No. Well, kind of, I guess, if you want to call it that. Too tight of stop loss on opening trade. I'm just here right now, guys. Do you think I want to trade right now? No. I'm just here to be transparent, and I'm here because you guys help me with FOMO and with tilt. Okay? I'm here to make sure that I am at my desk, I'm watching the chart, and I'm not trading. That's one of the hardest things to do when you lose. And I learned that July 8th that, yes, it sucked so bad to lose. But if I didn't touch those accounts after that loss, I would have been requesting massive payouts right now. So today's the same story. Sucks to lose. I did take a trade on this account, so this account's down a little bit more. And I'm gonna keep trading this account today. To say this account is gonna be the victim, but that's it. I could just tell that the market's not gonna behave today. We haven't had any clean moves, and it's only 10 o'clock, and we haven't had any clean movement. It's all just straight chop. TJ, there's no holy grail. You know how many times I avoided this? Today I just couldn't. Today I just couldn't avoid it. Should have waited it out, but who knows? I could have won. I probably would have won short. If I didn't go long, I probably would have won short, and I would have been stopped out for same thing. So I have no regrets on my entry. I just have regrets on my stop loss, and the only reason why I have regrets on my stop loss is because of hindsight. And in hindsight, I would have won if I used my regular stop loss of 80 ticks instead of 60 ticks. And that's that. That's all there is to it. So I have hindsight in play versus when I was placing out stop loss, I did not have hindsight. DK, sometimes I do, yeah. But usually not. Sometimes I wait it out. Anxiety today was high. You know, it's been a hot streak. So many payouts on the line today. I mean, you know, I had more payouts on the line than a lot of traders have taken out in this whole entire year or lifetime in trading, right? And I do this for a living now. I don't need the money to make a living, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to push and I'm trying to make money. So there's a lot online. When I know if I win today, I get to request $15,000. That's a lot of money. Literally $15,000 would have been requested today if I would have won on the opening trade. 5,000 from Tradeify. 5 to 7,500 from Elite Trader Funding. 1,000 from Take Profit Trader. And I think 6,000 from Apex or something like that. It sucks. It really does suck every time. But just gotta keep growing the accounts and trying to get past drawdown. Right? Like look at my big accounts on the 50K scale, right? Like these accounts, you know, the bigger ones. You know, this is not really, and I size down, it's whatever. Losing $1,000 on this account, whatever, who cares, right? Now, when I lose $2,500, that's half the drawdown on these accounts, but I'm pushing those accounts to get to over a safety net, so that's a little bit too much of a loss. But it is what it is. The account's blown? No, no accounts have been blown today. No blown accounts, just a big red day, which I said on Friday that next time I have a red day, it's going to be between $40,000 to $60,000. That's why I don't look at the money like that at all. Wow. But see, this is the key. I learned last time. The market's just going to be straight chop and it's not going to give me one clean setup. That's what happened last time I lost. It was the same exact price action. There was no follow through and I tried to make the losses back. And I blew so many accounts versus now I didn't blow any and I could recover this in 2 days. Wednesday, we could be right back to where I was, and then, you know, Thursday, Friday, make some money, and then start the August month for big payouts. Oh man, this market is horrible. Like it's actually trash for me personally. Would have loved it years, you know, a year, maybe a year ago, yeah, something like that. About a year ago, I would have loved it. I mean, this is scalping paradise. Play the range, you know. Yeah, I am not gonna do the same mistake. Don't worry. I talked about that mistake on Twitter and on YouTube, on the YouTube community post about how that day costed me so much money. I got denied for $16,500 from Apex for that day. Okay. For July 8th, I got denied $16,500. And obviously I blew like 8 accounts that day or something like that as well. Versus if I would have just stopped trading on the opening trade, I would have been able to request those payouts and not get denied. So that's still fresh. You know, it's only been 2 weeks since that, so not gonna make the same mistake today. I am completely okay mentally as far as like you know, I don't know how do I explain it, but very like on the tilt temperature, I am not even close to tilting today. Top G, yeah, I've been trying to refine it. It's impossible to fully avoid losses. I mean, that would be just crazy, but could definitely improve on the win ratio. Like the last 2 losses shouldn't have happened. I just don't know why. I felt like I sized down and I guess I didn't. I don't know. I guess because what's going to happen now is tomorrow I'm going to trade normally with the same size. But then on Wednesday, if I win tomorrow on Wednesday, I'm going to size up on these accounts a little bit. The 150Ks. And I'm going to make that loss back. So that way I'm green. But this is the goal is to look. I have $159,000. You know, I lost $1,800 today and I still have $159,000 left in this account. That's the dream. That's the goal, right? How many times would I have to lose in a row to blow that account? You know, that was the goal for July. Unfortunately, looks like I'm gonna be shy a little bit from getting to the goal. I think my goal is 25 accounts to get to safety net. But initially, I wanted to get as many accounts as possible. And then I thought that I could get 25 accounts to safety net. And be good. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21, and I still have till Friday to recover these losses, and then there'll be a bunch of others. So maybe I'll get to 25. Oh, okay, we got some movement finally. 150K is tricky to pass. Yeah, just gotta full send it on NFP. That's what I'm gonna do. On Friday. FOMC is gonna be tricky, but might try it on FOMC as well. It's FOMC this week, right? Not FOMC minutes. I feel like we just had FOMC, but the red line on my chart is a 200 moving average. Isn't that a trap setup? Yeah, but I'm not trading anything right now. Trap setup has to be in the trading trend. If you have chop, then you know the traps are gonna be everywhere. You know, I could tell you there's a trap everywhere, and it's not as accurate. It's got to be a trending market. Might take a two-legged pullback here if we get it. All my accounts at payout regardless? No. Nope. But this is the math for this month. Take profit trader $8,882. Bull knocks is gonna be $10,000 total. Apex is 13,000. Lucid is 4,000. Elite Trader Funding is 2,700. Now Elite Trader Funding, I could have had a lot more. I wanted to grow the accounts, and I don't want to get put in live, so I want to request all the accounts once they're at payout together. So that way I could request, you know, like a $15,000 payout. Elite Trader Funding puts you live super quick, from what I'm hearing, and they also don't transfer the balances from the accounts. So it's not like all the money you make, they're gonna put it into a live account. See if we could get a two-legged pullback here, just for fun at this point. Nope. Straight chop today. I'm not going to use a stop loss on this account because this loss is underneath the 30% rule. And if I blow this account, that's going to be my calling card for today. It's going to be a short stream, but we'll focus on tomorrow. Another day. There's always tomorrow. What is this rules for funded account on those elite trader funding? You have to look. They're very complex. Solid trader, you have to go and look. I can't answer all those questions. It's too many questions. Or too many rules. Too many questions. Very complex set of rules. They probably have the most rules of all prop firms, but they're clearly laid out, so it's not bad. I like them. I like them. It's just they put you live so quick that it's not optimal. Yeah, they have different accounts. You know, they have static. They have daily loss limit accounts with end of day drawdown. They have trailing drawdown. There's so many different accounts. You just got to look and then go into the payouts. Oh, we might win on this trade, maybe. And you have to go into payouts and break them down because it's so complicated. They don't have, they don't have any flipping tolerance, so you can't flip at all. You got to trade for all the days. You can't not take a full trade on any day with elite trader funding. It's not gonna count towards your days. Which firms do you put you live the least? Apex. Apex Bolnox. Bolnox said they're gonna start putting people live, but I haven't seen it yet. You know what? TakeProfitTrader has the best as far as the best system. You kind of know when to expect to go live and everything. That's the best model that they have, but has anyone had issues with rebilling on TakeProfitTrader? My accounts were disabled 7/25, but was billed again on it today. Yeah, that's the negative part about Take Profit. You just gotta email them, I guess. support@takeprofittrader.com. I was just talking about how bad their dashboard is literally 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago. Their dashboard is the worst of most prop firms. I can't think of any other prop firm that has as laggy of a dashboard as Take Profit. You know, the accounts update at 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe that's by design. I don't know. But you know, I couldn't activate. I got lucky today because I couldn't activate the 3 accounts I passed with Take Profit Trader. So I have 3 accounts that I passed on Friday. I couldn't activate them today because it says I have 5 active pro accounts and I don't. I only have 1. So I had to email them. They didn't get back to me yet. So, you know, those accounts were dead by end of June. And they're still saying it's active. on the dashboard. On the Rhythmic, it's disabled, but on the dashboard, it's still active. Yeah, they give you a refund. They give you credits. It's not, it's just their dashboard is just laggy. It's not like they're trying to scam you. They're not going to scam you. You just got to email them. Nah, it's not bad. Thank you, Hunter. It's literally just a flaw in the software. It's not like they're gonna scam you, Hey, they saved me today. They saved me from losing on my brand new 150K Pro accounts. Take Profit Trader allows 5 live accounts versus every other platform allows only 1. I know Traderify does 2, but most other platforms do 1. Yes, like TopStep does 1, Phidias does 1. Wow, so close. See, so close to a target, and now we're gonna take a loss. It's just not the day, guys. Just not the day. We'll let this account blow. It's a newer account. It's okay if it blows. Yeah, it's summer trading. Summer trading is in full effect. I guess we just gotta wait for earnings. But even earnings don't move the market that much. It's hard. It's hard. It's the market cycle, Sometimes it's too volatile and then sometimes it's just too slow. Can I have live accounts from different prop companies? Yes. How many evaluations do you take on average for each funded account? I would say 2. How could MNQ have a 25 point divergence? That's crazy. Which prop firms allows you to trade the most similar with a personal account? Well, that's a tricky question because the answer is none until you get to a buffer. So like on Take Profit Trader, once you get to a buffer, it's like having a personal account. Okay, so this account right here, that was $24.95. This account I requested $8,000, pretty much $9,000 for the last few days, last week and then the week prior. Every day I made money on this account, I requested it. But it's getting to the buffer. That's the hard part. I use a bunch of strategies. I use traps. I use two-legged pullbacks, which is my probably favorite besides the ORB. And then now I'm using a 15-minute opening range trade as well with obviously my own parameters for it. Lost on it today. Was 5 for 5 last week. The market's just very, very difficult to trade right now. I mean, we have candles overlapping candles, right? We cannot seem to get any follow through. If you wait for a big dump like this, I guess it's time to buy. Just buy the dips when it's at, pretty violent. I guess that's the play. If you wait for any like confirmation, there's just not enough room. See how like this is first pullback, this is second pullback. There's just no follow through. Like maybe now, but should be an easy trade and it's already very difficult. ORB failed today, I guess. No, I failed at the ORB. ORB technically Should have won. But there's definitely a couple of days where I should have lost and I won. So I guess it's just a give and take type of thing. Should have easily won. I just set my stop too tight. I don't know why, but just wanted to protect the accounts. Didn't want to start the day in too big of a hole, and then it's costing me $15,000 in payouts today. It's costing me 2 days of work, so it's not the end of the world, but payouts wise, it's costing me a lot, and it's the second time it's happened. It's the second time it's happened this month. Maybe I should just use a hard stop and not touch it. Maybe I'll start doing that. Use a hard stop and not touch. ORB with no stop seems so rough with unrealized trailing drawdown. Not really. It's very rare that you go in profit and you don't win. You would have to go in profit, not win, and then you lose. Trailing drawdown does not matter, guys. Trailing drawdown is the most misunderstood rule, I think, in trading prop firms. A lot of people don't understand how trailing drawdown really works. For me, trailing drawdown does not matter because I take one trade a day, so it doesn't matter, right? Whether it's end of day drawdown or trailing, it's going to be the same result. At the end of the day, it's going to be the same result. The only difference would be if I get missed by, a tick or two to my take profit and then it pulls back, then of course, yeah. Yeah, it's horrible price action today. It's crazy. It happens. The day I lost last time, July 8th, was the same exact price action. I was trying to force trades. I mean, I'm forcing trades today. I'm doing it on one account. If I lose this account, so be it. I'm not worried about that. It's going to be totally fine. And it's just a sign that today is not the day. It's going to make me feel better about myself for not, trying to make money back on these accounts. And my day is going to start earlier. I'm going to have a long day today because I'm going to be done with the stream soon. And I'm going to go get lunch. I mean, instead of making lunch at home, I'm going to go out to my favorite spot, get lunch there, and I have an appointment at 2:30 today. So I got plenty of things to do, but it's just one of those days where sitting in front of the computer just gives you FOMO and you might make a mistake. You sit in front of the computer and you're watching the price action, you might make that mistake. It's like, oh, this looks good. Let me try. And then the trade doesn't work. And then the tilt starts. Do you do the same strategy in evals SPA accounts? Sometimes. Depends on what eval. Take profit trader, yes. But like on Apex, no. Apex, I full port evals. Bullnox, I full port evals. Tradeify, I full port evals. Meaning I go full size. A lot of times on news. Would take profit trader allow you to decide either using mental or fixed stop? Yeah, take profit does not have any rules at all. There's 0 rules about trading in take profit trader except you can't hedge, obviously. You can't trade the news, and that's pretty much it. Apex, Nathan. I made 60K in June. I wish it was 56,000. But Apex was the most. And then this is this month. So this is May. And this is June. So let's see. How much money did I make? 36.5. 259 plus 56. $38,632, 38,600. $132,000 in 3 months. Probably spent $15,000 or $20,000 on accounts. On the high side, probably less, but yeah, so like 110,000 net profit or so. I had to ballpark it. Crazy dream. At this point, I'm just gonna try to get a bigger win. I don't really care about this account. Do I have full port evals with the opening trade? You can't, because full port doesn't use full size. I mean, I even do that on fundeds. All right, we got that. So we cut the loss down a little bit. How much did I cut the loss? Oh, because I lost on this trade. I was like, wait a minute. Cobb, that would be the worst thing you could do for a prop firm trading. You get that strategy so fast out of the program that if you're a programmer, you keep it to yourself. Otherwise, you're screwing yourself and everyone else that trades a strategy, just to be honest. But thankfully, I have discretionary rules, and thankfully, I use intuition on the opening range trade. So it can't ever be like fully, it can't be programmed, thankfully. People have tried it in my old ORB. People used to make bots and stuff. It's crazy, man. People try so hard to copy. Why do people copy like Jay Dunn and his strategies? I think he's a millionaire. Makes more money than I do. He's a millionaire. Millionaire trader. I only made like 500,000 after fees. Top GI. You missed my sarcasm there. Guys, you're missing my sarcasm. Sorry, my dry sarcasm is not going through the microphone. Look at that top tick profit. Come on, sell off here. Let's see if we can get one more trade on this. Oh man. Still pissed. Still pissed about the open. I know I have hindsight in play. I know that, but still. Andres, I do, but not like on a long time frame. Cobb, because you can't script a profitable strategy with no set of discretionary rules. If you could, and you put it into a test with the live market would adapt to it and change right away. That's why like usually the algorithm like auto bots are scalping quick trades. Market's not gonna have. I mean, I guess if you do win loss is at 50%, but your risk reward is like 1 to 3, then maybe you could become a profitable trader. Maybe. You're sorry for my red day. It's okay. It happens. I'm just mad the way I did it. But 2 days of work. We have till Thursday to recover these accounts, and then they'll be right back to where they were. And hopefully, starting August 1st, we have over 25 accounts at safety net, and we're pushing for big payouts in August. Nothing's good. I used too tight of a stop loss on the opening range trade, so hindsight is killing me right now. Man, the amount of times I've yelled at my friend for doing too tight of stop losses because he would lose and I would win, and amount of times I've yelled at him for that, and I do the same thing. Looks like say you lost to a tick, I won to a tick. Well, this is not really a win. It was just a trade for fun. But yes, the moral of the story today is goodbye 50K accounts. I've been preaching 50K accounts for 2 years and that is over. Moving to the next chapter, guys. Come to realization that once you have bigger accounts and you grow them, you survive losses. 25K, 50K accounts, you just can't survive losses, especially when you reach, request payouts. Yeah, 150 is the go-to now. Obviously, some prop firms I can do 150K, so I'll still do 50Ks on some. I still have plenty of Apex 50Ks, so we'll keep those as long as we can. And those 50Ks are growing quite a lot. But I literally just requested a payout from Lucid Trading on Friday. Got paid in 3 minutes, was insane. So I only had $1,000 in drawdown. Of course, today loses, and the accounts are pretty much dead. Tomorrow, the opening range trade has to be an instant winner. Like tomorrow, I got to get in, and it's got to hit the target. Otherwise, my Lucid accounts will be gone, the 250Ks. Yeah, I like to be able to size up and then still be able to take a loss. And obviously, in the beginning of the accounts, I am very aggressive. So it's a little bit, the losses are massive. But once I get to the safety net, I size down and now the losses are very small. Like losing $920 on an account that I have $6,000 in drawdown, really not not the big deal. Cobb, that's fine. I enjoy trading too much to make it automated. Like if I didn't enjoy trading, then like the same way you enjoy programming, I enjoy trading. I would never want to see it programmed because I wouldn't. It would take the excitement and the fun out of the game, right? And I'm a believer. Like you gotta enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do, then you're not doing the right thing in life. I know they say trading shouldn't be fun or whatnot. It's a bunch of BS. That's what the gurus say. The gurus will say that. Oh, if trading excites you or gets you mad, that means you don't have a strategy. Yeah. Sure, Mister. FOMC and FP week, same week. Yeah. That happens a lot. It's gotta happen a lot. I automated my strategies because I struggled with tilt. That's again, everyone has a different journey, right? Everyone's got a different journey. Everyone's got a different approach to markets. There's a reason why everyone that makes money in the markets trades differently from the next person. There's a reason for that. And the people that try to copy and follow someone else, they're new and they're gonna get their accounts blown. But that's just the rite of passage. If it works for you, then stick to it. That's the thing. If it was up to me, then I wouldn't trade the way I trade now if it was really up to me, right? It's not up to me though. It's up to what I find success in. I wouldn't want to just trade for 1 minute a day. I would like to scalp all day or hold winners, big winners and have big days. Ideally, I would love to trade with positive risk reward. I would love to do, 5 profit and 1 risk with a 50-50 win ratio, but it's very difficult to do because Anki likes to change. Anki changes so much. This year we've seen it change so many times. Some would say it's an addiction. When someone says it's an addiction, then you ask them, how is your regular job going? How's your 9 to 5? You go there every day? Are you addicted to it? It's cool. We're on the same page. I'm addicted to trading. You're addicted to your 9 to 5. Life is life. Now, I'm not saying, obviously gambling and drinking and whether it's Red Bull or coffee, people are addicted to things. I'm not saying that addiction is not real. Drugs, addiction is definitely real, but there's a slight difference there. I'm interested to hear who is addicted to a 9 to 5 exactly. But they go every day, right? So it's the same thing. It's like, oh, you trade every day and whatever, so you must be addicted. Like, really? Yeah, passionate is the right word, I would say. You're passionate, you like what you do. Same thing with DJing. I've been DJing for 20 years, guys. It's going to be 20 years in January since I've done my first party. And it's exactly 20 years since I started DJing in my bedroom. 2005. I just love it. Now, I'm not like... I feel like I'm a worse DJ now than I was 10 years ago, but that's just because I don't perfect my craft, and I realize that people don't give a shit about fancy mixes as long as it sounds clean and as long as you pick the right music. That's what matters. But for social media, you would have to post cool mixes and word plays and all that. Exactly, Neil. It's just something that there's no better job, really. You know what trading to? The biggest problem with trading and the stigma that is associated with it is the fact that you have to be rich to be a trader. Or if you're trading, you're automatically rich. No one thinks of trading as a regular 9 to 5 job, like a replacement of your 9 to 5 income. So if I want to make, $100,000 trading, that's like not really good. I just made $100,000 in 3 months. And right here, I'm contemplating what could I have done better. At 3 months, I made $100,000 after fees and obviously not taxes. But I made 100 and what was it? 125. What was the total? 132,000 in 3 months. Today I could have made it 145,000, but I took a loss. So now I gotta wait. $145,000 in 3 months. It's absurd. With a $15,000 investment or cost to operate, not investment. I didn't invest any money. You invest money early on into trading, but once you start making payouts, you don't invest anymore. You just have cost of operation like any other business. I used to pay for my DJ office, I used to pay around $3,000 a month between rent and all the bills. Okay, $3,000 a month. And I would, I was doing okay, but the ratio of my expenses to profit was so much higher than trading. We always want more, right? Isn't in the human nature? Yes. Anyone that says that's not the case, it's never been there. They just never been there. So once they get there, they'll see. But it's hard to understand. I've always, what I've always said? I talked about this with a couple friends this weekend. I've always said once I'm financially stable and like doing pretty well for myself, I'll be at the gym every single day and I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. That's what I've always said to myself when I was in college and then early days of DJing and early days of trading. And I am in the best financial situation I've ever been in and in the worst physical shape I've ever been in. It's pretty bad. Luckily, I was always a very skinny person, so I don't have like a huge issue. But if I was, let's say, someone that's overweight all the time and has got to go to gym and be active to lose weight, then I'll be in trouble. You have friends? Yeah, just a few. Too many of my friends would want to know how to trade, so I got to keep my circle small. I was supposed to be at the track day today. Oh, I just realized that, guys. This loss should have never happened. I should have been at the track. My car is just not ready for track. I did too much to it. Whatever. I was supposed to be at the track. TradeFi code is Alpine, yes. So my code is Alpine for every prop firm except for Take Profit. Well, every prop firm I promote. Like I don't have a code with Elite Trader Funding. I don't have a code with Lucid yet. With Lucid, I am going to start. I got paid in 3 minutes. I requested the payout at like 7, and in 3 minutes I got the money in my bank. Does code ALP actually work for Tradeify? But Dominican Trader, don't I have all the codes on my stream? Like, you guys don't read the streams, do you? I gotta figure something out. Clearly, Dominican Trader just showed me that you guys don't ever read like whatever's here. Right there. I hate when people use the wrong code because then other people get the money. I don't mind if you use someone else's code, but when people steal codes, I hate that. The Nightbot messages, those piss me off in other streamers' rooms, so I don't. What I need to do is I have to list all my I'm gonna list all my affiliate codes on one thing so that way it doesn't scroll. Kind of like the bull knocks and the apex in the corner. I think that's gonna be the better way. ORB didn't work today. It did, but I used it too tight of a stop, so I lost on it. Dominican Trader, they wouldn't do it. Me and Nutty tried. Even Patrick asked the owner. He said he couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, the reason why I have them all over the place is because when the promo changes for one prop firm, I could easily change. I don't have to change the whole layout, but I'm working on the new computer, so that's perfect time to change. I'm gonna change the overlay a little bit, switch it up. Too many people have copied it. Oh, what a chop. What a day, guys. Sorry for the... But it's helping me big time. You guys have no idea. Just to talk about it. Yeah, I don't know how to fit all my P&L. That's the problem I have. Like, where do I put my TraderFi accounts? Yeah, it's all right, Jake. 2 days of work. Yeah, ORB took a hit right here. So I took it long, and then unfortunately, on tick chart looks different, but My stop loss is supposed to be 80 ticks, and it was 60 today. Well, I felt like if it breaks the lows, I thought it was going to break down. So I thought I was playing it smart. In hindsight, it's costing me $15,000. But I also knew I was due for a loss. I knew I was due for a loss. Yeah, it's like the summer is really here and nothing's moving. Market's dead. Look at this. When I zoom into a chart like this, right? And I did it this morning too on the opening trade. When I zoom in like this and I see that the gap between the lines is only 1 point, that's how I know the market's dead. What is the 1 minute ATR right now? 6. But yeah, I thought the opening trade, I was gonna be smart and take a loss. I'll need to win 3 days in a row and I'll be green on the accounts. I think I could manage. Can I directly punch an OCO order in QUANTOWER by a single click? No. Just tell yourself it would have ran way past your stop and you did the right thing. But it didn't. And this is the second time this month I lost and the second time I lost with the tight stop. And that's what bothers me. It's like, but 80 tick stop loss is big. 80 tick stop loss when I'm going for 27 ticks, 80 tick stop loss is pretty big. But tomorrow I'm going to go for 30 ticks on the opening trade. What is my longest streak on the ORB? Well, on the old one was 2.5 months. I don't know how many days that is though. I didn't count the days. Well, maybe I did count them, but I forgot. Last year, the first loss I took was February 29th. But that's not using stop losses. If the opening range trade didn't work, I would work out of the trade and win on the trade, right? So I was on a long streak like that because I didn't use stop losses. So like this month, for example, I wouldn't have lost. I would have been on I don't know how many days streak now, but let's see. What was the last day I lost in? So since June 26th, I would have not have lost. So that's why tomorrow I got to be careful because I tend to lose 2 days in a row. But same thing, see, like same thing here. Bad loss. Easy ORB by chased. Same thing here. This was last Monday. Lack of focus. I missed the opening range trade. So these two trades were exactly the same, except on this one I chased, on this one I didn't chase. So I learned from here to basically the opening trades happened so quick I didn't even place the order in time. And here I chased and I lost. Versus here I didn't chase. So that was good. But yeah, basically, since here I wouldn't have lost on the opening range trade once if I just used a wider stop loss. So I'm gonna try to get better at this. How did I used to do it? I could show you. This is my old way of ORB. So place the orders before the market opens. It jumps up. And that was it. And I still miss the rhythmic. Look how clean that looks. So visible. Well, that's how I used to do it. But if it didn't work, I would work out of it. But not this year though. This year I had to use a stop loss. I want to show you an opening trade from last year. I don't know what this is. And this is when my PA accounts were in the 100. Let me see if this is gonna be the one I add. I don't think so. I think that's just gonna explode. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Why does it not fucking say I'm in the trade on this stupid... Oh my god. I was fucking green the whole time, guys. I fucking hate NinjaTrader. I fucking hate NinjaTrader. Guys, the whole fucking time I could have gotten the payout with. Oh my god. I'm about to have. I need to go to gym. Holy fucking shit! What just happened? Oh my god, guys. Oh my fucking god. I don't know if you know what just happened. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. This whole fucking time I was green, guys. I knew something was off. I fucking knew something was off because I knew I had bigger size on those accounts. Oh my god. Why doesn't this tell me I'm in the trade? Like, why does nothing move? Nothing's moving when I'm in the trade on NinjaTrader. I lost $1,920 on accounts that was green the whole entire time. Luckily, because again, I got bottom tick, so it didn't trigger. Now I'm tilted. Holy shit. I fucking hate NinjaTrader. Oh my god, I hate it so much. I know I don't have it set up properly, that's why I hate it, but... Whoa. What just happened? What the fuck do I need to have on NinjaTrader to see if I'm in the trade? Like, why does... Literally nothing is moving. I guess the cash value doesn't move. Nothing moves. I mean, I've shown these accounts like 4 times. Okay. Is anything moving here, guys? Anything's moving? Am I blind? Unrealized. Right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was up over $1,000 unrealized. I am about to tilt. I am not gonna tilt, but I'm about to. I bought at 479. I was up $3,000. Those accounts got blown. Maybe not. Thank God. Thank God I'm over the safety net. Otherwise, they would be blown. I was up $3,000, guys. I was up $3,000. Oh, I'm having a meltdown. I'm having a meltdown. Don't touch the mouse. Don't touch the mouse. I am gonna fucking lose my shit right now. It's my fault. Whatever, guys. That's how much I was supposed to lose. Why am I so mad? Why am I so mad? That's how much I was supposed to lose. I knew something was off. I said it before. I'm like, I guess Replicanto's not listening to me and not using the right size. Holy shit, though. Fuck. I could have made $3,000. Would have been so close to a payout on those accounts. Let me just take a two-legged pullback. Did I just miss it though? Yeah, I just missed a two-legged pullback here. I'll take a third leg. This account is different, guys. I'm not tilting this account. Don't worry. Unfucking believable. I am so dumb. I could have saved the day on Tradeify. Ooh, man, that just made me so angry. Holy crap. But then I just realized I should have lost that much in the first place. Two-legged pullback, beautiful, finally. See, as long as we have a big move down, two-legged pullbacks work so well. Avoid the chop. Entry should have been right here. Should have been out of the trade by now. But we're going to add. If it doesn't work. Unbelievable. I knew something was off because I'm like, how did I lose the same amount? Right? How do I lose the same amount of money on the account when I clearly have a different ratio for the size? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Well, could have saved my Tradeify account. I mean, they're fine still. It's just I could have gotten to a payout with those because those accounts are unfortunately way well above the consistency rule. Because I only need to make exactly this much for $4,500 to get a payout on these accounts. But since I was over their safety net, not over their safety net, I was over 20% or 35%, I should say, 35% on these accounts. Yeah. I had to keep trading, so I was down 855, and I could have made like 1,000, 2,000. So I could have made $1,000 net profit. And these accounts would have been plus 3,000, so 157. Unbelievable. What? When I heard that Ninja thing, I was like, is that from the recording or is that from my desktop? I couldn't tell. I was watching the recording and I wasn't sure if the sound was from NinjaTrader, but I'm like, I didn't use NinjaTrader back then. Yes, Bull Knox, you could pass in one day. At least this wins. Wow, when I saw that, that was the craziest frustration ever. Oh, whatever. I got lucky last week. Same thing happened last week, and the market kept going up all day, so I won. Like if the market would have kept going up today, or if it kept going up here, I would have you know, made so much more money again. That was my risk on the TraderFi accounts, $1,900. So I lost what I thought I was supposed to lose. So I don't know why I'm mad. I think I'm mad because of hindsight. Hindsight is just burning me today. Hindsight is burning me. Because I was literally up so much money. Like, how much money could I have been up here? Look. 3 contracts up here. I was up $2,000. So if I would have just closed it anywhere here, it would have been. And I got slippage here now. Luckily, the trailing drawdown doesn't get affected because that would have sucked. I would have, if this accounts, that's why I got to be careful. If these accounts were not at buffer, I would have just lost $3,000 worth of drawdown. But since these accounts were at buffer, I didn't lose any drawdown. But if they were not, if they were newer accounts, I would have lost $3,000 worth of buffer. The accounts would have been basically blown. Oh my God, what a day. Today was just... If I don't go until today, I am improving. I am getting better and better with this emotion control. As far as trading goes, emotional control I'm never gonna have. I've been like this all my life. Whether I play Call of Duty, whether I watch the, you know, the Rangers or Yankees, or watch sports, play video games, play sports, I just get angry. Just how I've always been. When I mess up DJing, I get mad. But how I go about it afterwards, do I revenge trade or do I just leave the mouse alone? Oh man, my heart rate's gotta be up. Actually, no. It's very slow. Did I lose the Take Profit Trader account? No, I didn't lose any accounts. Hindsight. Today's the hindsight game. If you're just tuning in, type 1. If you don't know what happened today, I'm going to recap what happened before I end the stream. Corey. Yeah, we got a bunch of people. Okay. Matt would be sitting at 95 getting peanuts. Yeah. All right. So let's just recap today. So number one, majority of the loss came from the opening range trade. The opening range trade, the stop loss is around 80 ticks. That's what I've been doing, and that's what I've been sticking to. Some days I use a tighter stop loss, and today was one of those days. I figured that once I got filled long, this is a 1 minute chart. Let's go to 30 seconds. The reason why I put a tighter stop loss today is because break of structure, and I thought maybe if it breaks down here after trapping longs like it trapped me, it's gonna really sell off. Now, if this was the move to the downside before it popped up, then I wouldn't have had the same. Then I would have thought this was a trap, potential trap. But since it already shot up first, and then I got filled in long, I moved my stop to here for 60 ticks instead of 80 ticks, which would have been right here at 460. So I got bottom ticked out, and then it went into my target. How badly did I get bottom ticked? Well, so badly that I lost whatever, and then it went in my target. It happens, right? Just a couple minutes ago, I was showing something, and I heard NinjaTrader say order filled, or whatever it says, or stop loss filled. It's easier to show here on TraderVate because my NinjaTrader are logged into my TraderVate account on TraderFi. So on TraderFi, I got so bottom ticked. This is again copy trading from the opening range trade into NinjaTrader, and this is the execution. So I went long, as you could see. I got bottom ticked so bad that only 3 out of 6 contracts sold me. I was still in half my position. Okay, still was in half my position, and I was unaware of that until right here. So I was in a position for 2 hours and I did not know. So instead of making a lot of profit potentially here, or at least recovering the loss, I now have a much bigger loss. See, it's 1920. I thought I lost 855. Now it's 1920. And it sucks big time. It's not the end of the world. I have these accounts at full drawdown. They've been growing and it's been good. So again, can't complain too much. But if this would have happened and these accounts were newer, I would have been screwed because my drawdown, I lost around $3,000 worth of drawdown from the top to where I got stopped out. 3 contracts from the top, 529 to 61. It's a lot of contracts and a lot of points, right? So if you do the math, it was in 3 contracts. It's gonna be more than 3,000. $4,000. Oh my fucking God. I lost with. I would have lost the account, guys. I would have lost the account, pretty much. I would have lost $4,000 worth of drawdown if the accounts were newer. If the accounts were not at safety net, this is a trailing drawdown account. $4,000 swing. $4,000 swing right there on these accounts. It's hard not to be mad about that. You know, it's hindsight, whatever. But you got to be careful. You got to check your orders. I don't know why on NinjaTrader I just can't tell when I'm in the trade. It's crazy. I'm so used to QUANTOWER, I couldn't even tell. Well, on the new PC, I'm going to change that. Oh my God. But yeah, that's my day. It's literally the worst possible finish. I was already getting ready to, you know, I was getting over the loss and whatnot, and then boom, this happened. Uh, 25K take profit trader ORB was 3 contracts. Yeah, but the balances move on QUANTOWER. The balances move. I guess on NinjaTrader the balance doesn't move, huh? Until you added the trade. Like this doesn't move. Or maybe it does. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Lorenzo, yeah, I mean, you definitely don't have as much control. But I could have easily seen it. I just don't have NinjaTrader set up properly. I don't even have NinjaTrader set up. Let's put it that way. I just have it open, but I don't have it set up in any shape or form. On the new PC, I will. I have no choice. You will make it up tomorrow? No, it's going to take me 3 days. To make back the loss. Forget the potential profit. That's going to take me about four extra days. So about 7 days of trading. Well, that's if I sold at the top. But it's okay. Time flies, guys. Time flies. You know, it seems like, oh, 5 days is such a long time. 7 days is such a long time. It is not. Oh, I'm so mad. I laugh at myself sometimes.
Come on, Alpine, don't be so mad. There's no reason to be mad. You said it yourself, you're due for a loss, so just take it on the chin and move on.
All right, I'll try. Yeah, I'm done for the day for sure. I had a couple of good trades after that. Unless we get something, but I think I should be 12 o'clock. I should not even be around. Especially after that Tradeify thing. You're asking for trouble when when you stick around. Unless the market's good. If the market was good, like this was beautiful. This was a beautiful sell-off and a beautiful bounce. I took advantage of it, but obviously I'm not gonna go for big targets just because I'm down on the day. Earn to trade is 60% off. Anyone else still trade with Earn to Trade? I really don't think I've ever met anyone trade with them. We all got to be better losers. It's the toughest thing in trading. I think I handled it well today. I'm never going to change emotionally, but as long as I don't do any stupid actions, as long as I improve on the actions, words are just words. I don't really care. Helps me. But as long as I don't do stupid trading after that. But tomorrow's going to be the most pressure I've felt on the ORB in a long, long time. Win or lose tomorrow, it's going to be a big difference. Today was whatever, but tomorrow I can't afford 2 losses in a row yet. Sometimes we have music. Sometimes we have music playing. I could never log into my Tradeify account. I have no idea what my password is. And there we go. So Tradeify has a pretty cool journal. Let's take a look. I don't know why they use this name Sage, but Trade Sage is the powered by Trade Sage. Hello, Sage. But yeah, it's not bad. One red day, today's the second red day, so we'll deal with it. Roman, that's exactly what I say. I'm like, why would I play music when someone if they want music, they could just put the music on themselves. Full port long in the sim like other influencers and tell us you made all your money back. Yeah, maybe we should do that. That would be I mean, I've done it before. But no, not today. Not today. I don't feel like losing my progress. I did exactly what I wanted to do. I grew my accounts to the point where if I take a loss, it doesn't hurt the drawdown, which is exactly what happened today. I took a big loss today and I didn't really damage the drawdown on many of the accounts. Some of them are still newer, so obviously that's always going to be the case. There's always going to be newer accounts because I'm going to keep adding. I'm going to get up to 60 accounts if I can. No, I'm just kidding, Dominican trader. You know, we just got to stay focused and size down, and then it's fine. Because now that I size down, this is the goal, right? This is now I gotta see and how am I gonna do it. But the goal is like if I size down, right? So I took 3 contracts or 2 contracts in most of these trades. So I took 2 contracts in most of these accounts. If I win tomorrow, I'm gonna make back almost half the loss minus commissions. Then on Wednesday, I could take a little bit more size and then make back the loss completely, plus be green on the accounts. So if I took 2 contracts today, tomorrow I'm going to take 2 contracts. And then on Wednesday, I could take 3 contracts or even 4 contracts. And if it's a winner, then I'm good to go. I could do it tomorrow. I could go with 4 contracts, so double my size. And tomorrow I make back the loss. But tomorrow I don't want to. If I lose again tomorrow, I don't want to lose all my accounts. I don't want to lose all my accounts in 2 days of trading. And oftentimes I do lose 2 times in a row on the ORB. Wednesday is the real FOMC, yes. And then Friday we have NFP. So plenty of time to pass some evals. Last time we had FOMC minutes. So but see, as soon as we had a big sell-off, boom, clean bounce. Big sell-off, clean bounce. It's all you got to do is wait for freaking sell-offs. 2-legged pullback right here should have been my entry. Would have been the same target though, but I was down. I forgot how much I was down. Like what? I made like $1,500 back in this account. I made $750 here. And like $1,200. Do I know what the box strategy is? Kind of. It's like to avoid the range, I think, right? I know I've heard of it before, but where do I learn about it? I have no idea. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know if I'm thinking about the right strategy, but basically like to avoid this, like you copy this. Can I paste it? I don't know what's happening right now. So you basically take this and then copy it. Oh my God. Of course it's bouncing now. Man, this is painful today. Isn't it like hedging going long on one and opening another position short? What? What is hedging? Box trading? Oh, I don't know. I know a lot of traders when they hedge by, they trade stocks and they hedge by options or whatnot to minimize the risk. I don't really know how that works. But man, I am so disappointed. No accounts lost today though, except Lucid is gonna be, the account with Lucid is gonna be gone tomorrow unless we get the cleanest ORB ever, which we've been getting them. But I made $4,000 from those accounts, so it is what it is. That's what happens when you have no safety net. You make $3,000, you could request $2,000. You got to expect to lose the account after that. How do I plan not losing 2 days in a row? Well, I just hope that I read the market well tomorrow and I just do what I've been doing this whole time. I might use a hard stop tomorrow of 80 ticks. Just so I'm not tempted to move it up. Or not use a stop at all. It's always more difficult on the second day. Last time I lost, the next day was pretty smooth, so that was good. But the 2 times ago I lost 2 days in a row. It's just gonna be ups and downs. I gotta Gotta be so grateful for the opportunity and being able to make. If I'm able to make 5 figures a month doing this, this is a dream come true. Oh. No, I can't use a no stop. I have too many healthy accounts, you know, Corey. It's too many good accounts that even if I lose tomorrow, they're gonna be fine. I will lose a bunch of accounts if I lose tomorrow. No, like I will lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts I would lose tomorrow if I don't win. No, I'm gonna trade the same exact accounts. The only thing I might change is if I'm still under review with Apex, maybe I don't know. Tough decision there. All right, guys, it's 12 o'clock. I'm gonna call it a day. If I'm not gonna trade, I just wanna make the most out of the day. Beautiful weather, 94 degrees. I'm gonna go get lunch, eat it outside, and then I'll have an appointment at 2:30. So hopefully I can make it to the gym before that, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll keep working on my new PC. I started working on it this weekend. I gotta install NinjaTrader on that thing. I need to see my positions on NinjaTrader because that was bad. That was bad. Need to learn from you on not going on tilt. Well, it's every time there's a chance. Every time there's a chance I'm gonna go on tilt. I'm not perfect. The only thing I will say is last time. Well, no. It's never the first loss that you go on tilt. It's multiple losses. Because last time I didn't go on tilt. I just thought I could make the loss back. Like I only lost you know, same thing, like 58 ticks, 60 ticks. So I was like, I could just make 30 ticks on the 2-legged pullback and I make half the loss back. And then I lost on one trade and I lost another trade. And then I just held and I ended up saving some accounts and then some blew. But all the accounts that I saved, they got denied a payout. So what happened? A lot happened today. Well, the red is from the opening range trade using too tight of a stop loss, and I got caught. Bottom ticked. This was the trade. So should have won on it, but I didn't. So it is what it is. The goal is to just make back the loss from today by end of this month, which we have till Thursday. Friday is the first day of the month of August, and I am still hoping to have my best month ever in August. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to beat $86,000. If I could do that, then I will be on pace for beating last year in payouts. I got to update the payouts for July. As soon as I get a response from Apex, whether I get denied or approved, I'm going to update it. All right. I'm going to go for lunch. Have some eggs or something light so I could go work out afterwards, and then I'll see all you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to my crazy meltdown. But it is what it is. I'd rather melt down and yell at the mic than have a meltdown and be quiet and just trade in revenge and just be so disappointed. I'd rather be angry than disappointed. There's a big difference. When you're disappointed and everything, you're just like defeated. You know, you're quiet. You're just like trying to check out versus being angry. You know, it's whatever. I get over it so quick. I was already over it. And then that Tradeify thing just happened and it punched me again. I was already down. I was ready to get up, you know, from the hospital bed after being knocked out. And I'm getting up from the hospital bed and the nurse is just like, nope, not yet. Boom. Get smacked one more time with some drugs or something. I don't know. Knock me out one more time. But then I realized it should have happened in the first place. That's how much I should have lost. Because then I had another issue with Tradeify. I was up $4,000. From the loss, I was up $4,000 in profit. And I didn't know. Ended up coming right back down, stopping me out. So these three accounts were up $4,000 from this point. So up around $2,000 green. It is what it is. SR, when you... Those are like the top people that comment. What is the most important thing I have to care about when trading Apex funded accounts? The 30% drawdown. 30% drawdown and not using too many contracts at once. So you can only use 50% of your contracts initially with Apex. 25K accounts, don't even trade with those. You can only use 2 contracts. 50K accounts, you could use 5 contracts. 150K accounts, you could use 8 contracts. So as long as you don't break those rules, you're fine. And then 30% drawdown. Oh, Apex payout approved. Let's go. Let's see. Can we see the change in balance? I got one of them approved. Let's see. Should be another $1,000 one. Okay, I just saw something change. Apex is 90% off, so definitely going to try to get back to 20 accounts. Again, I did not lose any accounts today. I know it seems like I did, but I didn't. All right, so this account's still under review. But this one got approved, so that's not bad. So this is where we are at. $37,632, and then the last $1,000 is waiting. This one. That's approved. So $38,000 probably spent. $3,000 this month because I didn't really spend a lot. Maybe $3,500 because I did buy some Lucid straight to funded accounts. The crazy part is Bullnox. Bullnox I probably spent like $100 this month, maybe $150. And I'm gonna take out 10 grand. That's why like the risk reward with how much you spend versus how much you make doesn't really matter on a monthly basis. It's all about on the total of the year. Do you have a Lucid code? Not yet, but XYZ, you could use that. They just ended the sale too, like the bigger sale. Now it's 35% off. So I'm debating if I should do straight to funded or if I should do evals. Evals are good if you pass, but if you don't pass and you got to do evals twice, then it's like I could have just used that money for the straight to funded and be better off. So I'm debating. I'm just so mad about my Tradeify accounts. Oh, I really want to get a big payout with Tradeify, man. I have not been able to get a big payout yet from Tradeify. It's crazy. I could get a big payout from every prop firm but Tradeify. Bad luck. We'll get there though. We'll get there. I have no payouts with Trade Day yet. I have not been funded. I have a payout with Trade Day from like a long time ago, like 2023. Oop, Apex approved. All right, let's go. All right, we're good on that then. All right, so at least we got those approved. So even though I got denied for $16,500 from Apex so far this month, by my own fault, I'm still at $38,000, almost $39,000 in payouts. Could have had the same month if I didn't get denied, but I got denied last month too. So I can't really compare it that way. But I could have had a $56,000 month. If I would have won on the ORB today, oh my God, I could have had a $60,000 or $70,000 month. It's so hard to think about it that way, but I could have. Because I was one day away from Tradeify payout. I was growing my Elite Trader funding payouts. Oh man, could have gotten more payouts from Apex because look, I have these accounts I could have requested from. Right, that's it would have been $1,000 here. $1,200 here. $2,500 here roughly after today. Man, payouts would have been coming in hot. Which straight to funded firm would you recommend? I think there's only two that I would recommend is Lucid and Tradeify. Tradeify, I prefer the eval accounts. You have better consistency. You have to make less profit. And they're much cheaper. So I prefer those, but again, you got to be able to pass them. That's the tricky part. Because we want to pass as soon as possible. So I would, send it on NFP on Friday. That's what I'm going to do on Apex. I don't know who else am I gonna try to pass on Friday, but definitely Apex, whatever, however many accounts I need by then. I'm sick of doing evals. Yeah, it's the most annoying. I know, Robert. I do that all the time on QUANTOWER. I do it on QUANTOWER, but with NinjaTrader, it's like minimized, and I don't know. I'm just so used to having like the P&L move on QUANTOWER that not seeing it move on NinjaTrader kind of just made it confusing. But it's okay. I learned today, right? Today I learned, and it is what it is. Who knows when I would have seen it? I would have seen it right away, but to close the positions. Who knows, you know? All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. And we'll catch you at the flip side. There's no fee discounts on prop firms. Activation fees are always non-discounted. So whatever they are, they are. I'm going to go enjoy my breakfast / lunch, and then just try to get more productive in the day. I think that's going to be the best thing to do after a big loss. But again, the big loss is part of the plan. It's part of, you know, the strategy, whatnot. It's just the way it happened. It's what's causing the emotional. The timing of it, one day away from a lot of payouts, and then the way I mismanaged the stop loss in hindsight. Okay, it's all because of hindsight. This is why trading with hindsight is so tricky, because if I would have lost 60 ticks and then the market would have went negative 80 ticks against me, I would have been so happy. I'm like, wow, I just saved myself one day of work. Versus now, I'm like, wow, if I just used a bigger stop, I would have never lost. And I would have made extra $15,000, $10,000 to $15,000 extra this month. You know what the problem is? The real problem of it all is how big I'm trading and how big the swings are. Like, if I would have won today, it's $15,000 extra in payouts. But it's only because I'm trading so big. Like, if I was just trading one account, would I feel the same emotions? You know? The P&L swings are going to be massive right now. They're going to be massive. They have to be. Otherwise, I'm not trading big enough. It's going to be big green days, and red days are going to be about 3 times bigger. Okay, it's always going to be around 3 times bigger. Today, it's around 2.5 times bigger than my win. Please don't revenge trade today after you go off YouTube. No, I will not. I believe I have 8 contracts on the 150K accounts SR. Hopefully, Elite Trader Funding has a Beat the Beast challenge again this weekend or this Friday. I will love to get 3 more accounts with them. No, I'm definitely not gonna revenge trade. Whether I go to the gym or not, it's gonna be determined. I did go on Thursday, on Saturday, Sunday to the gym. No, so I want to keep it going. I'm not gonna go on tilt. I'm past that stage for now because it's the first loss. First loss is never that bad. The first loss isn't the end of the world. Tomorrow is gonna be The pressure is going to be on tomorrow. I shouldn't even trade all my accounts. I should trade half my accounts tomorrow. But I want to make the loss back, so if I win tomorrow, I wish I traded all the accounts. If I lose tomorrow, I wish I didn't trade all the accounts. So gotta trade all the accounts and just. Is QUANTOWER free to use? It's free to use with one prop firm, but if you want to use multiple prop firms, then you have to pay a monthly. I think it's worth it. I think it's better than NinjaTrader personally, but you pay pay it once for 6 months. It's gonna be like $200. That's like activation of one account. And if you don't like it after 6 months, then don't renew. It won't even auto renew actually. I want to use it for Take Profit Trader. Would it be free in that scenario? Yes. If it's one prop firm, it's free. You're going to be limited to certain things. You won't be able to like have too many indicators on your charts. Copy traders included. But yeah, you can only have 2 indicators on your charts. So keep that in mind. But at least you'll get to play with it and see if it's if it's the right prop firm or platform. Problem is you can't do trade of 8 accounts. Well, I'm glad I didn't trade my bull locks, On Friday, I had some doubts about my bull locks. I'm like, I should have traded them because I could have grown the accounts, get a bigger payout, but they like take comps, and you're like, wow, I'm just glad I didn't copy trade. With trade day, can you have brackets? What do you mean with trade day free? What does that mean? I used 27 to take profit, James. Is Apex fine with 8 contracts on the 150K account? Yes. Is scalping tougher with Apex? Not really. Same thing. You just can't let the accounts go negative 30%. Like if you're trading a new 50K account, you can't let a trade go negative past negative 30%. Now you can, it's just you get denied a payout. So that happened to me. I saved the accounts, but I got denied. I got denied on a lot of accounts. I got denied on $16,500. Okay, all these denials came from the same trade. Okay. July 8th. Not this one, obviously. So it's 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 and a half. Okay, so it's 15 and a half, not 16. Same thing. Yep, they tell you why. I saved a bunch of money. I'm about to quit my job next month. Are you profitable with trading? Because if you're not profitable with trading, that's going to be tough. What's another prop firm similar to Apex or even better? Well, similar to Apex, you're not going to be able to find another prop firm like Apex. Everyone, you know, can compare Apex to other prop firms, but you just can't. It's a different prop firm. There's no prop firms that will allow you to trade 20 accounts anymore, to allow you to request huge payouts. Now, obviously, some people get hit with the evals and whatnot. But let's say if you have 20 Apex accounts, right? You have 20 Apex accounts. You could run them up to $2, $3, $4, $500,000 in payouts. Even if you get an eval band, you know. Every other prop firm is gonna cut you off way before that. So that's the benefit of Apex. But if you're a smaller trader, then Tradeify is great. TakeProfitTrader is great. Bullnox is good. You know, I like to trade with all the prop firms because then every prop firm has a little bit different rules, different pros and cons, and they all just kind of balance out. ETF doesn't allow 20 accounts. They do, but you will not be able to get a big payout from them. Maybe if you have 20 accounts, you get them all to a payout, you're going to be live right after that. So you can only get one payout. Drawdown, Mr. Pushup. That was last week. Yes, you could save the account for a payout later. The only time they would remove profits as of right now from your account is if you, let's say, go 10 contracts on the first day of your account and you're only allowed to go 5 contracts. Then they'll remove the profits. But if you break the 30% and you go negative 40% and then it comes back to green, you might get denied, but they're not going to remove the profit. All right, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to head out. It's been already half an hour since I said goodbye. Again, bad day today, but avoided tilt. And hindsight is a
Bitch.
But whatever. We can't do anything about it. Five days? Who said 5 days? Did I say? I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. People are going to be popping in and asking the questions, and then I'm going to end up being stuck here till 2 o'clock. So let me just go and try to make something out of today. See you all tomorrow, 9:35 a.m. We'll be live, and we'll see what happens. No account lost today. So if you're just tuning in or you're rewatching this, I did not lose any accounts. I just took a pretty big loss, 60 ticks. My take profit usually is 27 ticks. So just about 2 days of worth of work. I got to win tomorrow, win on Wednesday, and I'll be back to green on Thursday. See you guys and take care. Have a good rest of your day. The market's pretty slow as well. That's why I'm ending it sooner, because I still could trade a couple more accounts and try to make back some losses, but took a couple good wins here, so I'm happy. This one was a little sketchy, but I won, and then right there, and then last thing I will show again, just to piss myself off, is the Tradeify account. This was the most painful part of today, I think. So I got so bottom ticked on my opening range trade that on trade of 8, only half the size got stopped out. The other half was still in. I did not know that. So I missed being up $3,000 in profit. Ended up taking the loss here. And from the loss here to the top here, it's a $4,000 difference. Okay, it's a $4,000 difference. And unfortunately, I missed it. I did not know. But at the same time, I am blessed because these accounts don't have trailing drawdown. If these accounts had trailing drawdown, I would be screwed. Okay, I would have basically blown the accounts today because I lost $4,000 worth of P&L from the top to the bottom. Here's a $4,000 difference. And if these accounts were not at safety net, I would have lost that trailing drawdown because these accounts are trailing. All right. And I just got approved on Apex payouts. So current payouts for the month. So see if we just refresh this. They're approved. So at least I'm approved on that. So the total payouts for the month of July is $38,632. That's the breakdown. Today I could have requested under 10 or 15,000 if I would have won, but fortunately not the case. So it's most likely gonna be it for the month on payouts, unless something happens tomorrow that I could request more, but I doubt it. I'm okay with this. This is much bigger than I expected. I was not expecting to make much at all in July. I was hoping to just grow the accounts for August, and payouts were just byproduct of consistency. All right, so that's that. That's the summary of today, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care and have a good rest of your day.